This is a quick tutorial on how to use IntelliCell. So once you've downloaded and installed IntelliCell from the relevant Play Store, IntelliCell is available on the Apple App Store, on the Huawei App Gallery, as well as the Google Play Store. It's preferred that you install it from those locations so that you receive updates. Once it's installed, it will appear as an icon on your screen, and all you do is click on it to open. And once you get to this prompt, you enter your ID number and the PIN that you received by SMS. Please note that you only need to do this once you've successfully, your allowance has been allocated and an SMS with your PIN has been successfully sent to you. Otherwise, if you never received a PIN, rather call us on 087 2300 161 to check if your allowances have been activated. So I'm going to enter my ID number, and this is just a test account. With your ID number and PIN, you will receive an SMS with an OTP. This SMS will contain a one-time PIN that you enter on this screen, and to verify that this is the cell phone number that you have. Now, that is not the correct OTP. The correct one is that one, and now it successfully logs me in. Then once again, I enter my PIN and I log in. So what's one of these new features in IntelliCell is that if your device has a fingerprint sensor, you can now enable biometric login, and so you won't need to enter your PIN to access IntelliCell. You just need to place your fingerprint on the fingerprint reader and IntelliCell will log you in. So the first thing you need to do is set up a password on your account. There are two things you need to be done: a password and security questions. The password is used whenever you update your banking details or whenever you make any changes to your account. So it's important that you remember this password. Make it something that only you should know. As in the prompts here, keep your password safe and do not share it with anyone. So once your password has been set up, you will be asked to set up 5 security questions. So you can just select the first 5 questions if you so. Otherwise, there are quite a few questions that you can select because you'll need to answer them, and these questions need to be personalized to you. So I'm just going to answer these questions, and these answers will be asked whenever I call in and I want to make any changes to my account. And so the contact center agent will ask me these questions, and because they will see the questions and answers on their side. Right, so now my account is set up successfully, and now I can see that my allowances on top here. I've got a multi-purpose allowance with a balance of 4,000 and a total allocated fund for the year of 10,000. I've also got an accommodation allowance with the available balance of 3,000 and a total allocation of 10,000, and I've got a cash allowance that will be paid into my bank account. 2,000 Rand is available to be paid with a total amount of 10,000. I can also view the transactions, and this will only show the transactions in the last 30 days. But that was the last transaction on this account. It shows my available balance as well as the total amount and the transaction on my account. So for each one of them, you can select to see the available transactions on the account. So the menu is available on the top left, my apologies, and here you can see I've got the option to pay accommodation, and I've got the option to find merchants that are nearby. I can request vouchers and also view any notifications that were sent to me on this device. Then there's also the IntelliScan option and the bank option to enter my bank details, transfer funds, or check my bank account status. Under account status, I can have the option to register card, change my PIN to something that I can remember more easily, block my account, or change my password or deregister this device. There are frequently asked questions here, and that you can find on the IntelliZone site. And when you click that, it'll take you to your browser, to IntelliZone. Check out the questions and answers that are all listed over here. Right, let's just go. There's also the conditions of use that you'll need to accept as soon as you sign into your account. Okay, now if I want to pay my bank account, I select the banking option if I want to pay to my bank account. Once you select this option, the system will check what the status is of my bank account. As you can see here, I haven't captured any banking detail yet, and every time once I've completed a verification step, it will show, I'll get a green check mark for each verification step that has been completed. I need to enter my banking details, so I'll need to capture the bank account. I'll have to select that I'm banking with Absa. Once you select the bank account, the branch number will change. Don't change that branch number, rather keep it the same, and everything will be fine. So just enter your name and surname. Don't enter IntelliMali student, enter your name and surname. I'm just using IntelliMali student there. And then enter your banking details by selecting the bank account, the branch code, and you enter your account number as it appears in your statement and the account statement, the account type. Once you click up details, you might get an error like this where it says duplicate information found, which means that this bank account is on another account. But once you've entered it, this one will go green to say that your bank details have been captured. And at this point in time, you don't need to do anything more, because we need to then send that information to your bank to verify that you are the owner of the bank account. Once you've captured the bank details over there, this will go green. You will then receive an email where it says that you are pending verification. Please note that you need to click on the link in the email to complete the verification. Once you've clicked on the link, this one will go green, and it will show that your banking detail has now been verified. Then once that goes green, we will then submit your details to your bank, and this will be, as it says there at the bottom, it will be sent at 8:30 and 2 o'clock every day. So please don't update your bank details again. No further action is required on your part. So if you do see that you've captured the bank details, the verification, if the first 3-4 check boxes are done, don't do anything more, because this will just further delay your payment. So make sure that you only do the first step to capture your bank detail and verify it. We will then send it to the bank. The bank detail will then be verified by the bank, and we'll wait for a result from the bank, and then we'll say bank detail validated. And since I have a cash allowance pending payment, this one will also go green, and finally it will show cash allowance paid when my balance on the account for the available balance is 0. So just make sure that you enter your banking details.